Hey guys, Hardcore Hector here, and I just realized that I haven't made any vlogs or opinion pieces or anything like that on the Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is really weird since JRPGs are like my favorite genre, and Final Fantasy VII is one of my favorite games. It's not my favorite game, but it definitely is one of my probably top 10. And it's BS. I keep seeing all these damn news articles year after year coming out with, oh, most overrated games, Final Fantasy VII, most overrated, which is bullshit. Final Fantasy VII is a really good game. That whole materia system is pretty legit. And for those who say they don't understand the story, I just don't get how you don't understand it, man. I know this doesn't throw it out you in your face like some of these other, recent stories like, okay, I'm the bad guy and I'm gonna tell you why I did everything and this and this and this and this and here it is. There's my plan. It's nothing like that. So whatever. Anyways, past all that shit. So Final Fantasy VII Remake was announced back in E3, which was like June or July or something, I don't know. And when I saw the first announcement trailer thingy, I was like super skeptical. I was like, I don't know, man, I ain't jumping on no hype train just yet. Because remember back in the PlayStation experience last year, they did the same hype type trailer, and it turned out to be the Final Fantasy VII PC port, and they're bringing it to PS4, which is finally out now. I actually bought it on Steam. I'm not going to rebuy it on PS4. There's no reason to if I already have it on Steam. But I was looking at this trailer. I was like, what is this? Is it really the legit remake? And then so I went through the entire trailer until it finally said Final Fantasy VII Remake. And I was like, okay, now it's freaking going down, man. It's happening. And so, I was like, how long have they been, thinking of this? Because I was like, did they see all that negative feedback over at the PlayStation experience when they did release that super hypey trailer, and then it turned out to be the PC port coming to PS4, and then everybody was like, what the fuck? And even the audience, the entire crowd was just silent and straight faced. So I started thinking, maybe they just made the trailer, they don't have any gameplay ready, and it's not going to be ready for like another 3 or 4 years or something. I'm a little sick, so I might be coughing here and there. But, so I thought maybe they just made that trailer and they don't have any actual gameplay, and they only made the trailer because of the whole PlayStation experience thing. But, now they do have some gameplay trailer stuff up that they showed at the most recent PlayStation experience. So I think maybe they have been working on it for a while, but also they said that they were partnering up with another development studio. So maybe, I don't know, it was just double teamwork to get another trailer out. I don't know, it's just all speculation. But from what I have seen, it does look like it still has an active turn-based system, battle system, but it is more active and going, while stuff is going down. So maybe it's more like Final Fantasy 13 and 13-2, how that kind of system is. I really hope it's not like Lightning Returns. I didn't really like Lightning Returns. And also it's going to be 3 players per, battle. It's not going to be a 1-player thing like Lightning Returns, of course. And I did see that they still have materia on there, of course. If they did make a Final Fantasy VII remake without materia, it would be completely stupid. But then news started coming in about how the game is gonna be in multiple parts, and everybody was like, what the fuck? And so I was looking around some gaming blogs trying to find out why, and a bunch of these headlines were like, oh, this is the reason why it's in multiple parts. And I read through some of the interview and I was like, I still don't understand. And so I'm gonna read a little bit of this interview over here. I had to put my glasses on. It says, a proper HD remake that maintains the same feeling of density of the original wouldn't fit into a single installment. And Nomura adds that in the case of a single installment, content would have to be cut and the result would be a condensed version of the game. But with this method, players will be able to explore many different areas of Midgar that they couldn't access in the original. While parts may also be cut from the original, Nomura promises the overall amount of content is only going to increase. So I don't know who the shit translated this, because I read some similar stuff on multiple blogs and it doesn't make any goddamn sense. First off, you can make a full game like Final Fantasy VII, even with updated graphics, and fit it on a Blu-ray disc. I think it should work, or it would work. Because a bunch of parts are pretty linear, and then other parts you do get to explore. And it's not like the exploration is super freaking dense and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Well, maybe they're going to try and make it more dense, with the newer version, because the remake, like they said, they're going to be adding more content, which is good, because I like how when Pokemon remake stuff, they add more content. It's not just a straight remake. So it looks like they're doing that, but then they're also saying, well, if we put it on one disc, then we might have to cut some content out. And then they go ahead and say that they are going to cut some content out anyways, even though it's going to be in multiple parts. But at the same time, they're going to add more. So they're cutting stuff out and they're adding more. And this just doesn't make any sense. I don't know if people aren't translating it right, or if the guy who's speaking doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, because this doesn't make any goddamn sense. I just don't know what to expect, what we're going to really see with the Final Fantasy VII Remake. If they're going to have multiple subtitles, or if it's going to be like part 1, part 2 or something, and how much each part is going to cost, if they're going to release it in a timeline instead of, well, they probably will release it in a timeline instead of all just at once, like the Final Fantasy VII, you know, I had 3 discs, and some people were trying to compare it, well, Final Fantasy VII had 3 discs, so maybe this is going to be in 3 parts like that. I don't know about that. I highly doubt it. Well, I don't highly doubt it, I just kind of doubt it. I don't know what to expect. I'm just waiting to see more of what's going to happen. But until then, I do want to play Final Fantasy VII on PC, on Steam. I did want to make a guide for it, just like I did want to for Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X-2. I just haven't had the time. I'm still working on Yokai Watch. I did do a lot of Final Fantasy X guide, which is already up on my website, hectormagical.com or hxchector.com. But I just don't know when I'm gonna have the time to do those other guides. So yeah. So that's about it, I guess. Just some quick thoughts, an opinion vlog. So I guess that's all I got to say. I'm Hardcore Hector. Thumbs up this video, I guess, if you like my thoughts. I don't know. You don't really need a thumb up an opinion vlog shits. I don't know, whatever. But you can leave a comment, tell me what your thoughts are, so I can have some interaction, man, because I don't really have a lot of people to talk about this kind of stuff with. You know, I try to find some people online, but sometimes people online are pretty damn stupid. But then again, I'm asking for comments on YouTube, so who knows what kind of comments I'm going to get back. But I will still read all the comments that I get and try to reply if they're, you know, cool and chill and stuff. But yeah, I'm done. I'm Hardcore Hector. That's all I gotta say.